Welcome to the 9th edition of Dog Pound Weekly. Today I want to introduce one of our players, Brendan James, and I'll let him talk a little bit about himself and tell you a little bit more.
I'm Brendan James. I'm a junior at Hiram College. I'm a chemistry major. I play tight end and slot receiver, kind of a bit of both. And this will be the third year. I came in with Coach Moore, so just about as new to the program as he is. You know, we've had a chance to work through this, so I'm excited to get things moving.
Thank you, Brendan. And one of the points that I want to make today, we're going to talk about last week a little bit. We had a disappointing loss against Oberlin College, and we currently sit 0-8. And nobody is happy about that. Everyone's frustrated right now, and you can kind of sense it in Brendan's voice, and I'm sure you can sense it in my voice. And there's a couple things that I want to address, and one of them is that yesterday I thought we had a very productive team meeting. You know, you can start to sense when the team obviously is starting to get more and more frustrated than normal, and I could start to sense that yesterday before practice, and I brought them in and we sat and talked for about an hour. We used quite a bit of practice time, but I think it was more important to sit down, just me and the players, and sit and talk about things that are going on within the program right now. I learned a lot, and as a head coach, maybe I should have known more a little bit about what was going on the offensive side of the football and the whole team. I think I have a good sense for the team, but as the defensive coordinator, the head coach, and the mentor of the students academically and things like that, a lot of times I don't get to spend as much time with the offensive players as I do. And I'm just as frustrated at our lack of production on offense as our players are, our coaches are. And the one thing that came out of that meeting yesterday was that we need to be able to communicate with each other more. Players to coach. We have a Players Voice Committee. Brendan is a member of that committee because Brendan has really stepped up and been a leader around the locker room, around the weight room, and off of the field for us. And when he leads by example on the field, is not quite as vocal on the field as he is off of the field. Not that he's vocal, but he does bring his concerns to me and we talk about them and things like that. But I need to know things that are going on. If there's frustrations, if there's things that they're not happy with, whether it's schemes or coaches or whatever it may be. And it really enlightened me yesterday. The one thing with my frustration with the offense, our players' frustration with the offense, our coaches' frustration with the offense is we don't have a sense of identity on offense. And that's something that in week 8, 9, and 10 is really unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. And the only thing I can say is we have 2 weeks left of this season. And whatever changes, whether it's schemes, players, or not players, I'm sorry, because we've got good kids in our program and we've got good players. Coaches, whatever needs to be done, attitudes, we are going to get that done. And I'm the person who can change that. And I vowed to the team that when they bring their concerns to me, there will not be, there's this preconceived notion that, there's going to be repercussions through other coaches, blah, blah, blah. That's not going to happen. And I will make whatever change it makes because we came here to build a program. We've made some great strides in a lot of directions, but we need to make more strides on the football field. There is no doubt about it. And offensively, it permeates not just the offense, but it also permeates the defense because we play a lot of plays, play a lot of snaps. The statistics get blown out of the water, our points per game, our yards per game, and everything like that get blown out of the water. And it's not because there's a player's lack of effort. That is not the issue. And I will address whatever issue it takes to make sure that we are more successful on the offensive side of the football and in some of our special teams. Some of our special teams are very productive, some of them aren't, and we need to get better in that regard too. Brendan, we had that team meeting. It lasted almost an hour. What did you think when we came out of it?
I think it was really good because it gave a lot of people a chance to get something off their chest. And like you kept on saying, it's a little late to be hearing about this now. For this to really be effective, it should have been done sooner, and we should have been able to bring it to you sooner. But I think it was really nice people just being able to express their feelings and not hold it in a lot of time. Or if they do talk to people, it's to never really anybody who can help. It's someone outside of the football program or something like that. And
right.
I I really think it helped. And again, like you stress, communication. It's important to have that connection, be able to just talk to our coaches about anything we need to talk about. And that's really the main point of what it's about.
And I think there's been a breakdown there, with the being able to talk to the coaches and things like that. I always tell you that my door's open, and I don't think anybody's intimidated to come and talk to me. Maybe they are, I don't know. But we have to build that trust back up, and we have to get going from there. And that's something that we've always stressed. And again, it's one of those changes that we need to make to get the program back where it needs to be going.
Yeah.
And, again, I think that our players put in a tremendous amount of effort during the course of the week in practice. They put their hearts and souls out there on the line, as I do, and as our coaches. And so to not see the rewards of the fruits of our labor is very difficult for everyone involved in the football program. And it's time to see that on the football field.
Yeah.
And again, there's 2 weeks left of the season. We play right now this week arguably the best team in our conference, Wittenberg, and Wabash are the two premier teams in our league. Wittenberg right now is 7-1. They're one of the top teams in the nation. It's going to be we're a huge underdog. And we're going into that game not talking so much about winning, but talking about improving and taking another step. And again, even on Saturday against Oberlin, we took some steps, but it seems like sometimes we take step forwards in one half and take steps forward or backward in the second half. We need to be able to stop that. Now, as far as Wittenberg is concerned, I've stressed with our players there's going to be a lot of highs and there's going to be a lot of lows. And we have to keep that on the same level. We have to learn where we're at in our program, understand where we're at in our program, get better where we're at in our program, and go out and compete for 60 minutes against Wittenberg. And then come back and with our home finale against Allegheny in week 10. But again, I just want to stress, Brendan, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I think you covered it all.
Okay. Brendan, I just want to stress that we are going to get this fixed. There's not a doubt in my mind. I looked like Nixon there. I'm not a crook, but we are going to get this fixed. There is not a doubt in my mind. We've got too good of kids, and we've got too good of things going on here at Hiram to not let it happen. Thank you. Have a good week, and please continue to support your sons.